In or out? Yalla, sit down. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له رب الأولين والآخرين. You need the wall, ولك you still too little. Come on. وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله وصفيه وخليله خير من علمنا سيرة الأزواج والزوجات وخير من تزوج وزوج صلوات الله وسلامه عليه وعلى آله وصحبه ومن سار على نهجه واقتفى أثره إلى يوم الدين. Last week we talked about the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of creating Adam, and the process gone in this will. So Adam completely different than any creation of Allah. And this is something you should understand, how much value you have when you understand this meaning. Allah created everything. Even the samawat, as great it is, and the earth you are in, as you are a drop of that earth, created by be, and it was. And you, Adam, and you are the son of Adam, but I'm talking about Adam, the father of every one of us. Take Allahu Alam how long, not minutes, not hours, not days, we are talking about decades of making you. Before he said, be Adam, and it was Adam. And we said Adam himself, alayhi salatu wassalam, even he has or he had everything you can imagine or not imagine. He lives in the Jannah. All the fruit, all the surface you want or you dream of having, Adam had. But he still feels he is not complete. There's something is missing in his life. And that a partner to live with. That is the wife. So Allah the Almighty didn't make a wife from the same material he made Adam from, and he did that process of making this girl as beauty as possible. No, he created from a piece of Adam to keep it all along running with Adam. When we understand that, we understand how much the wife is important in your life. and what you are missing. If Adam, with all the things he has in the Jannah, he miss a wife, what about you? You don't have anything of the Jannah in this life except the dhikr and the salah and the beautiful maybe income. Inshallah, it is halal income. But without wife, your life will never be completed. So if you understand that, then you understand again, after understand the value of you, understand the value of the girl, the future wife. As the children of Adam, alayhi salatu wassalam, created from different beasts of Adam, as the Prophet ﷺ said in the authentic hadith, the children of Adam, like their mother, the earth. How is that, Ya Usama? The earth has a desert, very dry, has a valley full of water running around and vegetables around, very fertile land, beautiful land, give in so many things to the human. And there's a land is good for nothing. What we call it in Arabic, as-sabkha. And as-sabkha worse than the desert. As-sabkha is like what they call it the moving sand. It has sweating, moving sand. Only you find it in some countries. They have water and they have sand and they have that swamp in the middle of it. You can't put any vegetable in it to grow. You can't benefit anything in it. Yes, it has water, but that water doesn't grow anything. If you walk in it, you are finished. It swallows you and you die. And you have exactly every manner in the human, you find it in the earth if you study the earth. And every manner in the earth, you find it in some of the human. That some is created with you. Yani you could born as religious, as creative, as like to give and help, a generous person, or miser person, or greedy person. The earth is like that. And you are like this earth. That is how you are created. But that doesn't mean how you are today. Why? Because there's a process in life. Either teaches you to be worse or to be better. One of the Muhajirin came to the Prophet ﷺ from Abdul Qais. And this Abdul Qais from the early people came to Islam, but the Prophet ordered them to stay in their land until Allah opened for the Muslim, then they can come to Al-Madinah. So they came. When they came, one of their leaders called Al-Ashaj Ashaj means his head was broken. But this is his name, not his head is broken, no. As the Arab used to call names, unusual names. So they called him Al-Ashaj. And he became one of their top leaders. So the leaders come first and give the bay'ah to the Prophet ﷺ, then their followers come after that. So he said to him, there's two things Allah and His Messenger like in you. He said, what is it? He said, Al-Hilm wal-Ana. You are not hesitant and you're off-bearing people. Halim, like Abdul Rahman. He said, that is something I made up through my life, or Allah gave it to me. He said, no, this is Allah give it to you. So by this hadith, we know some of the manners you've been born with them. So Allah give it to you. And some, the Prophet ﷺ again taught us, you can learn through the process of your life, especially if you have a good father and mother, because they are the first teacher in your life. So they could make you cautious or make you the opposite side. Like our mothers nowadays, they do that to us. Be careful, don't do that. They scare you and they build that manner of being scared of everything in your life. Asad ibn Furat, rahimahullah, he was a scholar and he was a leader, a governor of Egypt. He talked about himself. He said, when I was little, like this little boy running there and he's not learning anything, a snake approached me. And my uncle jumped to keep me away of it. And my father said to him, do not move from your place. He said the snake might kill him. He said, I have a killed son better for me than I have a coward son. Look how they raise their kids. Let him die. Better for me than you jump and take him from the snake. Then he never forget that moment and he keep running of the snake. Then the snake means the fear. He ran from any fear in his life. So he never become a man taking decisions in his life. Hesitate in everything. Sometimes your scare make you run away and think you are doing good for yourself. Like some of you, as we are talking about marriage, he keeps thinking of getting married until he is 50 years old. I want a good girl. I want this. I'm scared to have this. I'm scared to have that. Then the time runs without you feeling. You suddenly stand in front of the mirror and you find yourself an old man. Then now you say, I wish I married, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. But that, I wish it will not help you at all. Some they scared from, like the Jahiliyyah, from little income they have. How we can survive, how we can do this, how I raise my children, how I do this. Like disbelief that your rizq comes from heaven, not from you. You are not the one who provides to yourself or to your children or to your family. Allah provides. There's a story about Al-Hasan ibn Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu being said that a man, a very poor man, came to him and said, I am so poor. He said, get married. So as he see an advice from the chief of Quraysh in that time, the son of the Prophet ﷺ, he went and got married. He's still the same. He went again to him and he said, nothing changed, I'm still poor. He said, marry again. He married 4 wives, one after the other. He kept the 4. And he's still poor. He said again, I am still poor. Now you can't ask me to marry again because I don't have any space, house are full. He said, I advise you to divorce now. Someone's sitting there and he see the first advice and the last advice, said to him, what are you doing, Yani? What is that? He said, Al-Qur'an said that, not me. Al-Qur'an advised us to marry our slave boys and girls. And he said, if they are poor, Allah will give for them. And again, when come to the divorce matter, and some people get, where this girl going to go, Allah said, وَإِن يَتَفَرَّقَا يُغْنِ اللَّهُ كُلًّا مِّن سَعَتِهِ. If they get divorced, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provide for each one of them. Because you have to believe He is the provider, not you. No matter what you do, where you go, some people I know, I personally know, they came to Australia, young, fit, 18 years old. He get involved with life, forgetting his deen for maybe 20 years of his life. And he used to say to me, Wallahi ya Sheikh, the billions used to run through my hands. The millions. And I look at him, he doesn't have a job. He doesn't have a profession. He is sitting in the commission house and on the social payments. I say, how come? You came when Australia was, as they say, 4 rows. Anyone wants an opportunity, he has it in that time. Houses very cheap, lands much cheaper than the houses. He said, but I get involved in haram. And I used to have millions of dollars. In that time, saying millions, it's not like today, anything you buy it by a million. No, in that time, that million is never heard of it, even in the news. Very hard to hear about a million. because the house by 30, 40,000, the land by 5, 6. This is big lands. We are talking about acres, not small land house, no. Any work you want, you find someone saying to you, "You most welcome, come, I need a worker." And if you want to learn, the schools are open for you, and the government cover all of that. So any opportunity you have. But if Allah doesn't write that to you, you will not have it. So what is the second thing in our life after believing in all of that? Believing Allah is the provider. Believing Allah is the giver. Believing Allah is the one who holds the things of you too. Not only provider, He stops things coming to you. It might harm you, it might have in His qadr something, we don't know what it is. But in any way and in every way, you should be submitting to Allah. So when you want to get married, you get married when you are ready. Now I'm talking about the boy, because we have to talk in separate cases for this. The boy different than the girl. Because you are the man, you are the leader. So the preparation of the leader is different than the preparations of the follower. So now we want a leader. Not leader in the community, leading your own house. Be a good manager of your wife. First, you have to know who you are. Okay, I am a hot-tempered person. I have to realize that first. Not after I get married, I find that on my wife. No, I have to find that on me. And go in that process of learning how to fix this matter in me. And that goes through learning the Sunnah. This is why you see a hadith. A man come and ask the Prophet ﷺ for an advice. What the Prophet said to him? Do not get angry. Did he say to every Sahabi? The answer is no. He gave it to some of the Sahaba. They have hot temper. Then do not get angry. Then that companion, for sure, he go to practice how he can hold himself. How he learn how to calm himself. This is need three things. The knowledge of Al-Qur'an and the Sunnah, and first to realize that problem in you, the Qur'an and the Sunnah, and a good company. Either a teacher or a friend who keeps saying to you, calm down. Remind you of that. You don't need a friend worse than you or like you. You get angry a little bit, he get angry 3 times more than you. That's not a friend to choose. He might be better than you in Islam, but he's not good to you, because his timber is not fixed with your timber. You need someone opposite of your timber. Even when you want to get married, first thing you look at is a girl can handle that in you. And one of our problems, when we are getting married, we never talk about ourselves. Tell me about you. He tell her, I have this certificate, I study this and this work, I do this and this job, and mashallah, very good. Then when she come to his house, she find him worse than the monkey. Because that is not in the certificate and not in the job. Maybe his job make him crazy. Why? Because a lot of jobs put so much pressure on your mind. So when you come home, you want to free yourself from this trouble, you go and put in your wife. If your wife is not a good doctor to you, she will divorce you. Or you have trouble and fight with her day and night. I remember the story of Sheikh al-Albani. He told me this story. He said, and we are sitting in the house of his brother, the one we are talking about. And he said his brother came and asked me an advice who to get married to. And he said, Sheikh, I am very hot-tempered person, I am this. And so he was very honest, and he's a great person. And if you see him, you love him straight away. He said to him, go ask for my niece. She is the cure for you. So when he went, her father kicked him out. So he went back to the Sheikh and he said, this is what your brother did to me. Still, the Sheikh told the story. So the Sheikh intervened and he said, this is a good man. Even he tells you his bad side of the story, but that means he is a good man. So they married and they lived happily. In that time they were married when he told me their story. So you have to check yourself and study your psychology before you go and ask for a girl hand. Then ask your father and your mother and your sheikh. Tell me which girl suits me. I know a brother, Jazahullah Khair, came here and asked me, and he said, look, I am very busy in my life. So my wife has to understand how to help me in my work. I say, what help you in what? He said, only paying the bills. That's what I want her to do. While she's sitting at home, just pick the phone and say, this bill is this, pay it, this bill. She knows the bills come in the mail, check them, pay them. I don't have time to read my letters. And if any appointment or anything, she remind me of it. I say, I think many women love that. But how much they have patience with that. Because after she have children make her forget her life. Not your bills, she forget you altogether. So you need a woman understand that and has some skills of management in her, either by her study or by her nature. And that's the woman you have to choose. Don't ever come and say to the Sheikh, and usually who asks me this, I check his paper after he leaves the door. Sheikh, I want a white woman, 180 tall, blue eyes. I say I can draw hair for you if you want. But that teach me you are not ready to get married. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to us that in the Qur'an, وَلَأَمَةٌ مُؤْمِنَةٌ خَيْرٌ مِّن مُشْرِكَةٍ وَلَوْ أَعْجَبَتْكُمْ. Even a mushrika is more beauty and has blue eyes and green hands and I don't know, blue legs or whatever. Allah said to you, marry the good Muslim woman. She is better even if she is not similar to that girl you desire. That girl only, you desire it for how long? A year, 2, 3, and all of that will go. What left of her? Her manners and her religion and her all that is Christian and bring a cup of beer to drink beside you. You are eating halal food and she is eating pork because she is doing the shopping, not you. Then what after? I met a doctor in Ireland. The brothers told me about some of his life when he came to ask me for an advice. I said to him, divorce your wife and go get married a good Muslim woman. Oh, she is a good wife, she is this, but she doesn't allow her, his daughter, she was 5 years old in that time, she doesn't allow her to come and sit. You know, some children, they come and play around their father or their mother when they're praying. She doesn't allow her even to see her father practice that. She took her in the other room. I said, what type of future you have with her? And mashallah, you have very good income, you have very good, his character is good too. His Islam, I could say, a traditional one. But he loves Islam and he pray. But we fall in this trap, the shaitan trap. She is good, she is beautiful, she can look after me, she get me the Australian citizen, she this, that. And she get in her pocket the hell in this dunya and the hell in the akhirah. In this dunya, as a man, you can't handle people lived in this life and you want to go and take them to the second life. That's not easy and not simple. And maybe you succeed, maybe not. Even when you succeed, you have some of her mother stay with her. Not all of them, I'm not condemning that or saying all of them bad, no. But I'm saying about the practical thing. The exception is not the talk about. We don't talk about the exceptional cases. There is women, mashallah, they were better than even our women. And they practice Islam better than our women. But we're talking about the percentage. How many of them you find the money is maybe 10%? So you talk about the 10% and you forget the 90%? That will be very foolish of you. And that's the opposite of the advice of Al-Qur'an. وَلَأَمَةٌ مُؤْمِنَةٌ خَيْرٌ مِّن مُشْرِكَةٍ وَلَوْ أَعْجَبَتْكُمْ. Umar ibn al-Khattab, Amir al-Mu'mineen radiyallahu anhu ardah, heard that Hudayfa ibn al-Yaman, Amir al-Yaman in that time, married a Jewish woman. Yemen used to have Jewish from a long time before Islam. So he wrote to him, if I have any right on you, you divorce her immediately. So he divorced her. Then he wrote back to Umar, and he said, "Oh Amir al-Mu'mineen, it is haram for me to marry her." And Amir al-Mu'mineen answered his question and saying, "No, it's not. But if you go for the look, and who will marry our woman? Who will marry our woman? Their woman better than our woman in the look. You marry her as a Jew and stay as a Jew. Allahu Alam, later on become Muslim or not. But as I said, even if she become Muslim, she still have a lot of the habits of the family. Enough to say, my grandfather is a Jew. My grandmother is a Jew. Yani, you as a son of this marriage, you say that. And most important, who will marry our daughters? If everyone look for the nice looking woman, then who will marry this woman? The less fortunate in her look. So we have to understand. Muhammad ibn Salman, by the way, we are talking about now, not politics, we are talking about the reality of them. One of the parliament, I don't call parliament, what they call the American things, Senate or whatever. He meet him and talk to him before he become very famous or infamous. And he said to him, direct question, because that is not a talk. In reality, it is interrogation to see what type of a Muslim you are. What about the Ahlul Kitab? Do you like them? He said, of course. My mother is a Jew. He said, come on, stop here. Your mother is a Jew? He said, not my mother, the born one, the one she gave birth to me. No, the mother she raised me. She was a Ethiopian Jew. And now you see the manners of that child. The same, Muhammad ibn Zayed, his grandmother was a Jew. She married her daughter to Zayed because she was beautiful looking, and she still has at least some Jewish in her. I don't want to say she is a Jew. And look what she brings to us. Muhammad ibn Zayed, who doesn't believe really in Islam. Yani worse than the other. Or they are the same, Allahu Alam. And that mainly because of the effect of the mother. She is the giving birth mother, or she is the raising mother. So she raised him. And what a Jewish woman raised a son of a king, how she raised him? She raised him to be like her. You know how the Christianity come to Europe? For the same thing. The emperor of the Roman, when they were in that time pagan, he married Helen. Helen was a Christian, a real Muslim Christian. She raised her son, not as a Christian, but as feeling for the Christian, because they used to torture them so bad. But she could only say to him, yani, feel for them. They are good people. She will not dare to say to him, they are my people. Little by little, he started to feel sorry for them. So he stopped that execution and stopped bringing them from all around the world to torture them and kill them. They have a pagan, it is the Christmas, the same day. The Christmas day was the pagan day. They bring these Muslims and throw them to the lions, and the people around watching and enjoying that. So that enjoying, torturing people, that's part of their culture, yani from long, long, long time. It's not something new. Little by little, he asked his cabinet how we can become Christian, but we don't lose our values. They say, bring Christianity to your religion. So change the names from pagan days, whatever the name, they make the Christmas day. Now the Jews become happy, the Christian become happy, and you become happy. And this is through the years, they change it until the Christian now knows it is not the birth of Jesus at all. All of them believe in that, except the Jahil who doesn't know his right from his left. But they still saying, what's wrong of celebrating Christmas? And the Muslim of today, they say it's the same. And if the Christians celebrate the birth of Jesus, why we don't celebrate the birth of Muhammad? Muhammad is better than Jesus. And we become like them. By the time, Allah will not allow that, but if our deen is not protected by Allah alone, not by these mashayikh, by the time we have a different religion. But as our deen is protected and Allah allowed someone as small as me to talk about the truth, and the truth is truth by itself, doesn't need Abu Ayman or anyone else to tell about it, but we need to indicate to the truth. Like the sun is there, but need someone to tell you, here, look, this is the sun, and this is the moon. If you have some blindness in you, or you have weak sight, you need that help, and we try to give that help to you. I hope I benefit you with that, and next time we talk about how we raise, even I don't talk much about how to raise your child to be a man, but I try to show you the picture, and inshallah you build up on that. Otherwise, as I said to my mashayikh and my council, that these topics needs years of explanation, because we left our religion for a long time, especially this type of talk. We hear everywhere talk about taqillah, how practically taqillah? Fast and pray, and how about to deal with your wife? They don't mention it as part of taqillah. They never let you understand that your prayer might not be accepted if you are a horrible man to your wife and your children. Pray as much as you can, and no one will accept it from you. This is why you see when Allah talk to us about how to be leaders of the people, He give us 3 characters. The first character, forbid the evil. You cannot be a leader if you don't do that. And force the truth to be alive. Push it as much as you can around you and around the people of you, to love that haqq and to be the son of the haqq and the son of the truth and the son of al-ma'ruf. And Allah call it al-ma'ruf. Al-ma'ruf, everything the humanity agree it is good. You know that? There's no one of the human, even if he is a thief, he will accept stealing. He's a thief, he steals himself, but if you say to him, how bad is the stealing? He say, Wallah, it's too bad. He cannot say, I am a thief. So all the human agree on that. Talking day and night about raping the girls. Then from the other hand, they give every way to rape the girls. Because you don't want to rape the girls, you have to protect the girls. Not the girl come without a clothes in the street and say, they raped me. What is that, rape me? Who raping you? You're raping yourself. Yes, he made a mistake, but who helped him making that mistake? Is you. Yes, Mr. Osama laughing. You laughing at my English or laughing at my terms of talking? This is why, for example, in Islam, when someone come and brings something off the table here, we don't call it stealing. and we don't cut his hand for that. Why? Because this is not protected money or wealth, any type of wealth. So you have to protect it first. Then if someone come and break your cupboard and take it from it, then we cut his hand. Or your door is closed and it is inside the door and the door is closed and secured, and someone come and open and take it, then we cut his hand. Why? Because this is secured place. This is not secure place. This is a public place. Anyone can go in and out. We punish him or her, but we don't cut their hands. Might give them some slashes. We might forgive them, say, Allah, go and do not do it again. But if he goes inside and breaks something more than, and look at the number, quarter of a dinar, very small amount, we cut his hand. And here, if there's 100 dinar, we don't cut his hand. Subhanallah. Why? Because of the name come on the things which is protected. This is why when we hear someone attack a woman, we get upset. But we say, what is the reason why? But when we hear someone attack muhajjaba, we get angry and we don't ask why. There's no why here. Why? Because she is protected. She already has the shield on her. To come and break the shield, that is a big punishment for you. And if you rape her, you deserve to cut your head for that. And this is the capital punishment in Islam on that matter. It's different than going to zina. Zina agree between two. If they are single, we give them 100 slashes. If they are married, we stone them to death. But this is, we don't ask, are you single, are you married, are you this? No. Because he break the shield of the woman and deserves to be gone to the next life so quickly. There is no upgrading social media or anything like that. الله المستعان. ربي اغفر وارحم وتجاوز عما تعلم إنك تعلم ما لا نعلم إنك أنت العزيز الحكيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.